The Cherry Creek Sports Network, in association with the Kearney High School Activity Association, is proud to bring you Chassa football on CCSN. It is senior night in Greenwood Village as number 3 Cherry Creek gets ready to host Eaglecrest. And inside the broadcast booth, hey everybody, alongside Reagan Kanabi, I'm Benjamin Paris, and Reagan, the Bruins are coming off their first in-state loss since 2018 in that game against Arapahoe last week.
And not only was this the first in-state loss since 2018, this is the first time Creek has lost to Arapahoe in over 10 years. Now, no one was expecting the outcome of last week, and the overall feeling was just complete and utter shock. This was Christian Hammond's lowest completions so far besides the Chandler game, and his QB rating also dropped 17 points.
So as you take a look on your screen, the lowest amount of points Cherry Creek had scored in 3 seasons, 100 rushing yards, their third lowest of the season. Passing game wasn't as good as it has been all season, and only 7 completions all game long. And part of the struggles, at least on the ground, had to do with 2 of the top 2 running backs for Cherry Creek were both out, Keegan Hollis and Bubba Tan. Keegan done for the season with that ACL injury, and we have some good news about Bubba that we'll get to in a second.
Yeah, having them both out was pretty devastating. We had to resort to, I would say, extreme measures. We put in Logan Brantley, one of our defensive players, in on offense as running back. Now, I don't know if he's ever played there, but we were having a really hard time finding holes.
The good news is we just talked to Bubba pregame. He was out there warming up. He told us he was going to be out for 2 or 3 more weeks, but he's out there warming up, and he said, hey, I'm playing today. So Bubba Tan back in the lineup. That should certainly help the Cherry Creek offense tonight. The aftermath of that Eaglecrest, or rather the Arapahoe game, a lot of things shifted in the Chassa Now polls, and when you take a look, Cherry Creek got leapfrogged. Legend became the new number 2, and then Arapahoe made the biggest move in the poll. They went all the way from 8 all the way up to 4 after upsetting Cherry Creek.
Yeah, and as we go into the back end of this season, it is going to be really important that Cherry Creek comes away with some wins, because final seedings in their league is really important for playoff seedings, and Cherry Creek needs a good seed.
It's going to be a good night. We got senior night, Cherry Creek, Eaglecrest coming up on CCSN. Back alongside Reagan Kanabi, I'm Benjamin Paris as we get ready for opening kickoff here from the Stutler Bowl. Reagan Eaglecrest, meanwhile, coming in at 1-7, not as good as they were a season ago.
No, they're definitely not, and hopefully, not to jinx anything, but hopefully this game can get Cherry Creek back on their feet after last week's tough loss.
The Bruins have not scored a passing touchdown in 2 games. In the Grandview game, their 21-13 victory, all 3 touchdowns came on the ground. And last week, their 1 touchdown against Arapahoe, as Reagan said it came from Logan Brantley, who is not on the depth chart as a running back.
Yeah, that was definitely very strange. As you said, with running touchdowns being our primary scoring method, we have seen a lot of overthrows from Hammond, mainly to Kai O'Day. He's got a great arm, but he's just throwing it a little bit too far.
Which is rare, because you have a lot of speed in O'Day, but not that much speed to get all those overthrows. As Bowden the leg page is going to get us started as the Bruins to kick off to the Raptors, and that's how we will begin senior night here in 2021, celebrating the class of 2022. And here we go from the Stutler Bowl as Page's kick it lands in the end zone, and it will be a touchback, so Eaglecrest will take it out to the 20-yard line. So, Reagan, this Eaglecrest team, though their record might not show it, they've still got a pretty good run-pass balance team as well.
Yeah, they seem to throw and pass and run just about the same. I'm interested to see what they're going to do tonight against Creek's defense, which is one of the more elite defenses, probably the best in the state.
Jared Fisher back there at quarterback tonight for Eaglecrest, and it's going to result in a false start before the first snap of scrimmage for tonight's game. So 1st and 15 is now where Eaglecrest will begin. Once again, Fisher, the junior quarterback, in there in the shotgun. He's got 5 wide receivers out there to begin. And he's going to start in the play action, looking towards the near side. Complete pass to Clark for about a 3-yard gain on first down. And now on their second play, bringing up 2nd and about 7. As Fisher drops back near side again, this time complete to number 6, Aiden Shaw. And he'll get a couple more yards to bring up a manageable 3rd down. So 3rd and a long 2 coming up from the 28-yard line. As Fisher looking for the play call, he's got 5 wide receivers out there again in the empty backfield. It's Fisher, another quick pass over the middle. It goes through the hands of Clark. 3 plays, 3 passes for Eaglecrest, but it's going to bring up 4th down, and here comes the punt team. So back deep, Remington Larson will get ready to field this punt with 10:44 left to go in the opening quarter. And off it comes as Larson says no, and then he does pick it up after it bounced inside the 40. He broke 1 tackle, but he's going to end up down at the 32-yard line. So here comes the Cherry Creek offense, and I don't see a number 17 out there to start yet, Reagan.
It looks like, is that number 3, Johnston?
Looks like Johnston's out there as Someone just ran off, but it looks like Arian Boyd is going to begin in the backfield. He's to the right of Hammond and 4 wide receivers.
We might still have some fear here from Coach Logan about Tan's ankle, maybe not wanting to push that in these opening drives.
Hammond looks to pass. It's complete to Johnston for about a 5-yard gain. So we'll bring up 2nd and 5 after Johnston gets his 18th reception of the season. As Hammond going to be in the shotgun again, he's got Johnston in front of him, and Boyd is still back there behind him. So they're going to pitch to the right side, and a burst of speed up to about the 40-yard line is Chris Lee. Chris Lee playing running back tonight.
Well, let's see what Lee can do, because I know I think he was starting running back last year for the junior varsity team. He's a senior. Maybe he can make some nice plays for us on senior night.
He is the senior, hasn't seen a ton of action this season, but he has a 3rd and 1. That's what he set up for the Bruins, as they're going to stay on the ground again and just get across the 40. And that will bring up a Bruins first down. So as the Bruins get up to about the 41-yard line as they continue on their first drive. As Hammond going to find himself in the shotgun here. As Bruins going to stay on the ground. It's Boyd with the carry, and he's going to get tackled right around the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Bring up 2nd and 8 for the Bruins. So Bruins out there once again in the same formation as Hammond with 2 running backs, 3 receivers. As he pumped fake. Now going to give Boyd the dump off pass, and he'll get close to the 50-yard line, mark him at about the 48 for a 5-yard gain. So now a 3rd down coming up for Cherry Creek. They converted on their first earlier in this drive. As Hammond 4 receivers out there with the running back to his right. As he's got time, moving out to his left side, still has time, lets a pass go, and there is Kai O'Day with his first reception of the game, and it's enough for a Cherry Creek first down across the 50-yard line.
Ben, I kind of like how they're playing right now. They're just kind of chipping away at the yards, picking up these downs, and slowly marching downfield. It's not any heroics, but, I mean, they're getting the job done out there.
And what is important, Reagan, is that we didn't see a lot of confidence at the end of that Arapahoe game, and they're starting to build some of that back before probably we see some of those deep shots, which, as the game goes on, I'm sure we'll see in tonight's game. As there's O'Day, who just got the first down reception for the Bruins. This Bruins going to stay on the ground again here. And this one into the hands of Jordan Huron, the sophomore listed as a receiver. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down and about 4 for the Bruins, as they're getting some good yardage on first down so far tonight, Reagan.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, that's huge. We don't want to see situations where we have to convert on 3rd down with a lot of yards left. I think this is going great so far. Hopefully we can march this one all the way down.
As Hammond with the play action. Looking to throw. He has O'Day open over the middle. And it is in and out of the hands of Cam Warren-Chapa on the defense. And it's going to come up incomplete. But first deep shot of the night for Cherry Creek will bring up 3rd and 2 now. But hey, there's some confidence. You like to see that on the opening drive.
Yeah, we do like to see that. You know, playing football scared, you're not going to get the job done. And while that didn't have the intended outcome, it wasn't an overthrown pass. So I think hopefully we can see some nice completed passes tonight.
On the 9th play of the drive, Hammond's rolling out to his right side. And he's going to find Johnston past the marker. And that's going to bring up another Bruins first down.
Now, Hammond seems to have a lot of time to make a decision back there. I think that's credit to the O-line for sure.
So as the Bruins make some personnel changes.
Looks like Bubba Tan is coming in.
And now for his first appearance in the backfield tonight, he finds himself behind Hammond in the eye as Hammond moves to under center. And here's Tan's first handoff of the game. Moves forward into the pile, but there's about a 3-yard gain with the forward progress for Bubba Tan. As the clock rolls on, over halfway through this first quarter, the Bruins still marching downfield on their first drive. They've had the ball for almost 5 minutes. And it looks like Tan gonna remain out there to the right of Hammond. Play action, fake the handoff to Tan. Throws to Remington Larson, and he's gonna get himself past the chains. And there's another Bruins first down. As they're doing a great job with those really medium-sized passes so far tonight.
Yeah, as you said, I think this drive for sure is a great way to build up confidence. They're all the way back there at, was it the 32? And they've come up here with nice little gains.
Put them down to the 18-yard line. 18-yard line now, a new set of downs for the Bruins. So they're going to keep it on the ground on first down, and there's Tan with another good-sized gain on first down, and those really help, those 5-6-yard gains on first down, because that opens up the playbook for a lot of options when you don't need to get a big chunk of yardage on 2nd and 3rd. 4-yard gain, rather, will make it 2nd and 6. So the Bruins now on their 12th play of the drive, which has lasted for over 5 minutes. As Boyd gets sent into motion. Top of the formation. Hammond looking to pass. He goes Boyd's way as Boyd gets around one tackler, but then about 3 Raptors are there to wrap him up, and it's going to bring up Cherry Creek's third down of the drive. As play number 13 is a 3rd and 3 from the 12-yard line. Stay on the ground again. It's Boyd, and he's going to get all the way in to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins, and Arian Boyd has his first touchdown of the season. Mark it down as a 13-play, 69-yard drive for the Bruins as they're on top first 7-0. A very nice drive for the Bruins. And the extra point from Bowden the leg Page is up and good. He makes his 32nd extra point of the season. What'd you like there in the opening drive, Reagan?
I really liked the short plays. I would say just chipping away at the downs. I think that's a great way to start this game out after last week. As we said, gain a bunch of confidence. And that was a really, really good sustained drive. Hopefully they keep that up.
Hammond was 6 for 7 on the opening drive, so it's almost as many completions as he had last week. He was 7 for 18, passed for 131 yards, and 1 interception in last week's game. As Bowden gets ready to kick off for the second time tonight, as the Bruins lead it with 3:30 left to go in this first quarter. And a low kick from Page is bobbled right around the 1 yard line, but here comes Sirens as he moves across the 25. A good recovery there on the return from the Raptors. They take over with 3:23 left to go in the opening quarter on their own 27. As on their second drive now, it's another short completed pass on the screen for a good-sized gain on first down for the Raptors before the takedown. Another reception for the junior wide receiver, Tyson Clark. As no huddle for Fisher as he finds himself in the shotgun again. As Raptors are going to keep it on the ground for the first time tonight for no gain on the play was in the hands of Sirens, and it's going to bring up another third down. As Henry Lamar with the takedown will bring up 3rd and 5 for the Raptors, trying to avoid going 3 and out to begin this game for the second time. As they look to pass, and the ball is overthrown, and it's going to bring up 4th and 5 for the Raptors. So 4th and 5, Bruins getting ready to get the ball back as Larson went backwards on his first return, hoping to not do the same here.
And he had a great return. I think 2 weeks ago, our last home game, he ran it all the way back. Now, that did get called back, but maybe we'll see that here.
As he takes this one in at the 35, begins moving to his left side and going to get up to the 45, so a nice 10-yard return on that punt for Larson as the Bruins get the ball back. 2:07 left to go in the opening quarter. So just 12 total yards of offense through 2 drives for the Raptors, and the Bruins are trying to back up their opening drive touchdown with some more points here as Hammond gets the play call from the sideline. And I believe we might have a breakdown of that opening drive for the Bruins. But first we'll have first down as Hammond in the shotgun. And before second down, we'll have that for you. As Hammond looking to pass again. Moving to his right, has some time, telling his receiver to go deep. It's Pollard. Does he have a foot in? And he does. It is inbounds. And a first down for the Bruins. So here's the first drive for the Bruins. 54% pass, 56% run. A nice little graphic there, Reagan.
Yeah, it's pretty even, which is different than what we've been seeing the past few weeks with the run game is actually less than the passing game right now. And that pass to Pollard That was great. Christian had a lot of time to get that one off.
We wanted to show that graphic off early, but we will show it to you all night long. Don't get tired of it as Hammond goes to Ismail Cece for his first catch of the night, and he's going to take it in for 6. Touchdown, Bruins. A 2-play drive for the Bruins results in a Cherry Creek score as we have an injured Raptor down on the field. As Corey Jackson, the injured Raptor. And he's up and he will head off. Out of the way, CC just had his 5th touchdown of the season.
And talk about loving that sustained drive, but what about the 2-play drive? I mean, if he's wide open, you got to pass to him, right?
Can't complain about a 2-play drive, especially when you have some speedy receivers out there. O'Day and CC, you could get away from their defenders after making the catch real quick. So bow to the leg page is going to come on for the extra point. And he's got another one, 2 for 2 on the evening for Bowdoin. He's the senior tonight, so is Shreya Sriram there in 94, and a whole lot of guys on special teams honored tonight during senior night. I didn't get the exact count, but it was over 30 seniors on this year's roster.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of seniors out there. I mean, we always have a lot of seniors, though. We had a great graduating class last year, and the juniors this year, they've been shining bright, so tonight will be a good night for the seniors.
And some of the seniors were even gracious enough to share some childhood pictures with us for tonight's broadcast, so we'll be flipping through those all night long. And we have a moment we might be able to get in one real quick before the kickoff. We'll get one during the next defensive series for the Bruins, but a handful of guys. We got some great pictures, and my favorite. There's a lot of them, and they're little Bruins football jerseys. I mean, these guys have been wearing red, white, and blue for almost 12 years. 12 years.
12 years.
12 years now.
I guess motto of the football program: start them young. They start recruiting them too.
Once a Bruin, always a Bruin.
That's
Starts
right.
from when you were in kindergarten, pretty much till you die.
That's right. And that's how Creek knew that Hammond could play quarterback. They've been watching Hammond and Purchase actually since they've been playing Little League football together all the way until now.
What a great program. I remember Remy Larson, who's our big special teams guy, wide receiver. He was not on the junior Bruins team. I believe they called him the Eagles, but he would play against all of the Bruins. This is probably 3rd or 4th grade. And there'd always be a little rivalry in class, and I know our teacher might have been Ms. Williford that year, might have been 4th grade. There was a little rivalry in the class between Remington and all of the Bruins fans, but all in good fun, and we'll have lots of good stories tonight on senior night. And next week, although an away game, still here at the Stutler Bowl for the Bruins, so they'll have one more regular season game at home per se. It's on the Cherry Creek campus, and Johnny, Matthew, and I have something planned for next week as well. As the second play of the drive is a short pass completed to Surds, and a short gain of perhaps 1 will bring up yet another 3rd down for the Raptors. And while we have a defensive player on the field, we'll start with someone on the defense. We lost him. But we have a special guy coming up next. Third and 7 coming up as Fisher by himself in the backfield. As Fisher's pocket is collapsing, trying to make some moves out of it, completes his pass to Surds. It's going to be just shy of the line to gain 4th and 1.
Looks like we have Hammond out there at cornerback, which, have we seen that yet?
Whoa, Christian is in there on the defense.
He plays both sides of the ball, which is pretty rare for Creek because we have such a deep program. We usually don't see players flipping from offense to defense, and especially usually not our quarterback, but
before the 4th and 1 play, there's Tyler Tolbert, number 9. Our guy, CCSN's very own Tyler Tolbert. And Eaglecrest is going to burn their first timeout of the game, which gives us even more time to talk about our guy, number 9. And looks like he's on the offense, maybe a running back in his picture there. And Tolbs has got some moves.
He definitely looks a lot taller now. How tall is he, 6'3"? Maybe not that tall. I don't know.
I think that 6'2", 6'3", that's about right. And he's a member of the track team, so we know he's got some speed. And in the Grandview game, we talked about it on the Bruins Take podcast the Monday after. He made the play of the game. He made this huge hit as the pass came over the middle when Grandview went for it on 4th down. And, man, Tyler Tolbert, one of the many seniors tonight, and there he is on your screen. Number 9 in blue tonight. Man, it's only the first quarter, Reagan. Starting to feel it.
I know. Getting old, Ben.
So 4th and 1 from the 29 coming up from the Raptors. It's a direct snap, and they're not going to get it. Looks like, well, it's going to depend on the spot. Initially did not look like it was there, so the officials are going to talk it over. Let's see if we can get a spot. And we don't quite know where they're going to spot this one. So the officials are talking it over. As it was 4th and 1 from the 29-yard line. And we're going to mark them a yard short. So a turnover on downs will give the Bruins the ball back. So Cherry Creek is getting ready to take over on their Eaglecrest 30-yard line with just 18 seconds to go in this opening quarter.
This is definitely some great field position here. It looks like this could be a huge mental turning point in the game. And is that Marte Russell in at quarterback, Ben?
Say that one more time, Rick.
We got Marte Russell in at quarterback.
Whoa!
We're seeing a lot of things from Dave Logan tonight that we don't normally see.
And Marte's going to pass.
And that's a great pass.
And it's complete to Max Rodriguez. Does he dive in? He does! One official ruled him out. The other one says he's in. Touchdown, Bruins! Max Rodriguez. And that's his first touchdown of the season.
So Marte Russell, who we had in at quarterback, he is also a defensive player who plays both sides of the ball. We're seeing a lot of great versatility from Creek tonight. Christian
and Marte basically switched because we saw that all last season, and Marte would come in a lot of second-half situations. But, man, we're seeing all sorts of things tonight as we now have 21-0 Bruins, and there's the holder, Reagan. We got Shreya Shriram tonight on senior night.
Or maybe better known as S-Man.
S-Man. From my understanding, Shreyas didn't play football until high school, and he had the unique opportunity to become the holder. And what a good picture of Shreyas climbing on the couch. But he's been playing football for now only 4 years, and he's never messed up a hold.
No, he is not. And that picture of him, I knew him when he was that age. Shreyas,
don't
Tyler,
age yourself
and
now.
We all went to school together, so I was probably.
Oh, wow, doesn't mention Johnny.
Oh, and our producer.
So a one-play, 11-second drive, 30 yards, the touchdown, Max Rodriguez. And I think that's Marte's first passing touchdown of the season as well.
I believe so, and that might even be his first snap as starting QB, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Or not starting, but
He took
this season.
this
on
season.
varsity.
That's his first snap at quarterback because Hammond won the battle over the summer, and there's what we ended up with. So with 7 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. It's another touchback. This one goes all the way through the end zone for Bowden, the leg page.
Now, he was warming up pregame. He made, I believe it was a 55-yard kick. Maybe we'll get a chance to see that leg in action tonight with a field goal.
So Eaglecrest has run 10 plays so far. They've gone 3 and out twice, and then a turnover on downs on their latest drive as they get ready to start once again from the Eaglecrest 20, their own 20 rather. As Fisher handed this one off for a short gain, and now we're going to take an opportunity to look at Eaglecrest play breakdown so far as we wrap up the first quarter. 80% pass, 20% run, Reagan.
Yeah, we don't seem to be seeing a whole ton of success on either side. The running backs, though, especially, I think they've handed it off twice, not including the direct snap. They also did that, but those are not working out so well for them tonight.
So there you have it so far for the Raptors, these advanced analytics brought to you by To Be Determined. You know, the UPS, they love analytics, or logistics. They love logistics. So teams will switch sides of the field.
That was a very quick first quarter.
I'd have to agree. And that first Cherry Creek drive really flew by. So the Raptors get ready for 2nd and 10 after no gain on their first play of the drive. And I believe our sideline reporter may have just arrived. So we will get there he is. Matthew Anderson has arrived. We're going to send him down to the sideline in just a moment. But first, Eaglecrest looking to pass. Blake Purchase was closing in, and that forces Jared Fisher just to spike the ball right in front of him. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 now as Eaglecrest trying to avoid their 3rd 3 and out. So 3rd and 10 coming up. Eaglecrest has 4 receivers out there. Strands is to the left of the quarterback Fisher as Fisher looks to pass on 3rd and 10. Over the middle and just out of the reach of Aiden Shaw. It's going to bring up now 4th and they're going to call it 11 rather. As believe the punt team gets ready to come on, and that drive's actually going to be a 1-yard loss for Eaglecrest. Yeah, have yet to convert a first down so far tonight as Cherry Creek gets ready to get the ball for the first time in quarter number 2. As here comes the punt, going to sail out of bounds just shy of the 50-yard line. We'll see where the official will spot it at the bottom of your screen, and he says the 48. So Cherry Creek gets ready for their 4th drive of the game. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns so far for the Bruins.
And here we have Russell coming in again at quarterback. I'm liking this switching up our offense and defense out here.
And we got the great opportunity to see Miles Purchase be involved in these type of, we'll call them shenanigans, the last couple of years as the regular season came to a close. And I'm Not complaining. Marte Russell back there looking to pass again. And it looks like he was going to take a sack for a moment, but he might have turned it into a 1-yard gain.
Now, speaking of shenanigans, I talked to Marte a while back, and he did mention some trick plays that could be coming our way. And, Ben, I don't think we've seen any of those yet.
I think they ran one against Chandler at Arizona, where a lot of people understandably didn't get to see that game. But no, we have not seen too many of those this season. We saw one in the state championship last year where Purchase threw it to Hammond. He threw an interception, but Miles Purchase also isn't a quarterback, so the Bruins keep it on the ground, and they're going to have a third down coming up.
You know, when it comes to the trick plays with Purchase in there at quarterback, I think it's the thought that counts. My personal favorite was Miles taking direct snaps with
we called it
Julian out at wide receiver.
The Rhino package. The Rhino, most teams call it the Wildcat, but Bruins called it the Rhino because when you got Arden Walker and Gus Alinkus on offense, you might as well call it the Rhino.
Yeah, that's right.
So 3rd and 9 for the 48 is what Russell and the Cherry Creek offense has. As O'Day on the bottom of your screen, looking for his second reception of the evening. As Russell looks left, it's a deep ball, and it's complete to CC inside the 5. What a reception as the Bruins move the chains. Ismail CC, his 3rd reception of the game. He got the touchdown on the last drive. And what a ball from Russell.
That was a great pass. CC's been intercepting some pretty important passes tonight. Maybe they'll let him get another touchdown.
As I believe CC, he's a junior. He's still got another year on this Cherry Creek roster.
That's right. He came in from Overland. This is his first season with Cherry Creek, and he's had a huge impact.
So the Bruins stack the line of scrimmage as Russell's in the shotgun, moves Johnston over to his left. He's going to roll out right as Russell gets around some defenders, and he's going to be short of the end zone, and he'll get a short gain on the play. And sometime soon we'll have Matthew Anderson joining the broadcast, but first we have a 2nd and goal from the 3 rather. And this time Russell lines up under center, goes to Boyd as Boyd tries to power through and get into the end zone. Touchdown Bruins. And now Arian Boyd has his 2nd touchdown of the game. As the Bruins now up to 201 offensive yards on the evening. And Bowdoin's extra point is up and good as they make it 28-0 with 8:48 left to go in the 2nd quarter. We'll get a check. Matthew Anderson, if you can hear us, you are more than welcome to join the broadcast. Maybe. We might not have Matthew yet. Oh, there he is. He's on the track now. All right, Matthew, if you can hear us, let's flip on the mic and see what you got, Matthew. See if we can try to flip that switch, Matthew. No Matthew yet. we'll try again in just a moment here on CCSN as not Bo to the leg page, but instead Alex Rads, brother of long snapper Brady Rads. Oh, we just got a piece of Matthew. Now we got Matthew. Oh, we got Matthew now. Matthew, what do you got down there?
You do have me.
Oh, we do have Matthew. Little in and out, but we'll come back to Matthew in just a moment, and we now have the ability to mute and unmute his mic, so we're good to go. Everything's perfect. We got the switch up here, so we'll send it down to Matthew in just a moment. But now we have the third member of our crew. As Eaglecrest gets ready for another drive, this one starts at the 20-yard line with 8:48 to go in the first half. And they keep it on the ground for a short gain. Second and 8 coming up from the 22. Keep it on the ground again. Another short gain as they get close to the 25-yard line now. And this time in the air is going to fall incomplete to the dislike of Diego Sirens. And it's going to bring up another third down. So on 4th and 5, out comes the punt team once again for the Raptors.
Whoa, we had a big jump there from number 23.
As Larson bobbled it, but he's going to move to his left side. Here comes Remy Larson to the 40, and he's taken down, but we have a flag back where he started. And this one will be coming back. And the flag is at the 41. And the Bruins are going to be spotted at the 31-yard line.
Here we got Hammond back in again.
Got the dual threat quarterbacks now.
You know, I'm really liking this, and I think they are too. For everyone watching at home, we don't normally see this, and Creek seems to be having a lot of fun out there tonight.
That's the way it should be. It is senior night. That's what it's all about, as Hammond out there in the shotgun. Let's play action. Pollard with the reception, and he'll get no gain on the play as the Bruins will start in the air on what is now their 5th drive of the game. And perhaps a 1-yard gain for Pollard. As the Bruins now have 2nd and 9 on the 32. And it should be a false start. Looks to be that 66 for the Bruins jumped first. That is George Fitzpatrick, the senior All-American.
Now, I know, Ben, you had an interesting opportunity to film something cool.
Did, as a part of that All-American kind of gig for George, there's an NBC Sports series about all of the players, and there was some content filmed at Cherry Creek that's going to be sent on over to NBC, so that should be coming out in the coming weeks, and I think that's about the extent that I can say about it. It's going to be on NBC, and that's one, all I really know, and two, all I'm really allowed to say. Because as far as we know, that footage doesn't exist yet. So
That's right. Look forward to that.
7:28, Coach Logan takes his first timeout of the game. And, Reagan, we made it through the first quarter without a Coach Logan timeout.
Yeah. Talk about unexpected things happening tonight. That is one of them. Coach Logan
you've
loves
You've got two quarterbacks playing. You got Bubba Tan making a surprise entrance into the game, and you make it through the first quarter without a Coach Logan timeout. So pretty good stuff tonight.
And I do believe we've seen either 4 or 5 different running backs tonight, along with 2 quarterbacks, and obviously the change with Marte and Christian out there.
You can't complain about a deep team at all. Who cares who's playing what position as long as somebody's capable of doing it?
That's right.
A deep roster for the Bruins, and we've seen we saw the first night of Nuggets season. They've got their second game tonight. They had an awfully deep lineup and came away with their win over Phoenix, avenging their Western Conference semifinal loss.
That's right. Everyone likes to see the Nuggets win.
As Hammond looking to pass. He's got a receiver over the middle. And a great chunk of yardage there for the Bruins goes to Dawson Johnson, who coming into tonight just had 1 reception. So there's his second of the season. And that'll move the chains big time for the Bruins. As it brings up now a 1st and 10 on the 43 for the Bruins as they flip the field now. And Hammond looks to pass for the second play in a row. He's got Kyer Johnston, who spins at about the 30-yard line.
Looks like Hammond's throwing confidence is definitely coming back in full force. We definitely like to see those passes where they're just wide open right up the middle.
And that'll move the chains once again for the Bruins. As they keep moving the chains now, clock rolls on as we have almost hit the halfway point in the second quarter. The Bruins lead 28-0 on the tail end of fall break here at Cherry Creek as well. So thanks for joining us on your Friday night, wherever you may be. Some play action once again for Hammond. He's got plenty of time. He moved right, left, now back right, and then left again. As Hammond going to take himself after all of that and get a nice gain, and he was zigzagging all over the place.
That's right. One thing that's been really consistent this first half is the amount of time Hammond has back there to make a decision, and he's not making super quick decisions because his own line is really blocking for him well tonight.
And that's not something that he exactly had last week. He didn't have a lot of time to get rid of the ball. And, you know, when the quarterback, you have the instinct, you don't want to take the sack, just get rid of the ball. And cost the Bruins last week. But Hammond's learning to be more patient in that pocket, which we've seen him improve it all season long, which has been great to see. And he's looking to pass again. Eaglecrest brings the blitz. And another complete pass to Kyer Johnston inside the 10-yard line will set up 1st and goal for the Bruins. So put the Bruins at the about 7-yard line and give them 1st and goal. As they've been a perfect 4 for 4 in the red zone so far tonight. Try to make it 5. We take a look at 3rd down conversions. Thus far, the Bruins 4 for 4. The Eaglecrest have yet The Eaglecrest. The Eaglecrest Raptors have yet to convert on third down. Bruins have first and goal on the 7. As Hammond looking for O'Day, and he gets it after it was tipped. Touchdown Bruins as O'Day gets the bobbled pass and gets his feet down.
Now that is a great moment for senior night, I would say.
And O'Day now has his 4th touchdown of the season. Bruins get another 69-yard drive. This one just about 2 minutes and 1 second long. 7 plays results in the Kai O'Day. Touchdown, the extra point from Rads, however. No good, so make it 34-0 Bruins with 5:33 left to go in this first half. We take a look at the Bruins' schedule as where we stand so far. They come in, as we said it earlier, 6-2. They've got Eaglecrest game number 9 tonight before say hit the road for Smoky Hill. But as we mentioned, hitting the road to the Stutler Bowl, not a long walk from the locker room, and that's where they'll wrap things up next week before the postseason ultimately begins. And Cherry Creek stands at 3 in the CHSAA RPI, 3 in the coaches poll, so we're anywhere between a 2 to 4 seed, maybe a 5, is what Cherry Creek is looking at right now, and not a bad place to be. You'll get to host at least a couple playoff games, shall you win.
That's right, and we were talking about who might take number 1 in league this season. Might be pretty interesting.
And it's certainly up for grabs. Now, Arapahoe has 1 league game left. So far, they're 4 and I believe 3-0. No, 4-0 after they beat Smoky Hill here at the Stutler Bowl earlier tonight. And if they win, they clinch the Centennial League. As a low kick into the end zone will be another touchback. And we'll take a look at those Centennial League standings after their win tonight. Arapahoe gets to 4-0. Cherry Creek tried to move to 3-1. Grandview trying to do the same. If Grandview and Cherry Creek were to win next week and this week, next week, and Arapahoe to drop a game, then you'd have yourself a 3-way tie.
And it looks like Grandview and Cherokee Trail are playing right now at the half. It's Grandview 14, CT 12, so we've got a pretty close game over there.
But there you have it. Yes, Centennial League still up for grabs, but Arapahoe in control of their own destiny as second down. Another run up the middle should give Eaglecrest their first down of the game. First and 10 now on the 34. They keep it on the ground again for a short gain, as they've had 3 runs in a row now. So they're trying to even out that 80-20 run pass percentage we saw earlier. And now it is 2nd and 8 on the 34. Almost 2nd and 38. As quarterback at Antigua himself, and he takes a hit from Marte Russell.
And there we see Russell in a defense. He's really doing it all tonight.
Be interesting to see if the Bruins are straight up just switching up the quarterbacks, and it would be Russell's turn if they do decide to do that. And we're going to send it down to Matthew Anderson. What do you think of the 2 quarterback setup, Matthew? And unfortunately, we have no Matthew, but here comes Marte Russell into the end zone. Touchdown. Was that a backwards pass?
You know, in all the confusion with Matthew's mic, I missed that. But as we were saying, Marte is doing it all tonight. Now he's played on defense. I think he either handed off or threw a touchdown, and then he just scored one himself.
Almost Kyle did. But Marte Russell with the touchdown. I missed it too as well, Reagan, but it might. So the pass would have had to be backwards for that to stay live because there wasn't a completion and a fumble, I don't believe. Interesting. Well, the Bruins now on for the PAT.
Ben, here's the thing. This mic is not working.
Oh, okay, Matthew. Welcome on, Matthew. We have you now.
Yeah, we do because I'm standing directly next to the receiver. But I don't think it's much of a problem. I don't know what commentary I'd have to add at this point. I was standing down there on the sidelines. I hadn't looked at the scoreboard. Wow, that's not where I expected this to be at this point in the half.
The PAT 41-0 with about 3:12 left to go in the second.
And speaking of such a high score, I think this might open up Dave Logan to putting in some of maybe the third string, fourth string players next half, getting them some time on the field, which is always nice to see.
3:12 left to go in the second quarter, and halftime, I believe we have a performance by the Cherry Creek Junior Poms, which is always exciting to see as well. And Cheer and Poms will now have their senior night at halftime. They'll be honored there on the field, and all in good fun tonight, fall break, senior night. As the Bruins get ready to kick off, it is Rads once again, and here comes the kickoff from Alex Rads. And it's taken it inside the 5 and moving to the right, up to the 20, past the 25, and that's where Eaglecrest will take back over after the interception. And the clock will now run for as long as Cherry Creek maintains that 40-point lead. That's the margin for a running clock.
Now, I have some information on Russell's touchdown. It was a toss to the running back, which Eaglecrest fumbled, and then Russell was able to recover and run that in.
There you have it. 1st and 10 for the 28. And that was a... Let's see what we rule this one. This one's ruled incomplete, but that was pretty close to a backwards pass as well. Second and 10 coming up now on the 28. And that pass is tipped, but then completed. A heads-up play from Aiden Shaw will bring up 3rd down. As we have 3rd and about 4 coming up. Eaglecrest try convert, dump off pass. Good enough for a 1st down and more as they convert on 1st down for the first time tonight.
And that's the most successful play they've had so far.
As they get a new set of downs as the clock rolls to about half a minute left to go in the first half. Cherry Creek is going to receive the second half kickoff. So Raptors now on the 47. Looking to pass again. It's a deep shot, and it is overthrown the intended receiver, Tyson Clark. And with about 9 seconds left, that could very well bring us to the conclusion. Just kidding. Timeout, Eaglecrest with 4 seconds left to go in the opening half. So they'll try to run one more play. And with 4 seconds left, you got to assume Hail Mary now, Reagan.
I think so. Hopefully, maybe we can get an interception on this. Not much time left to do anything about it, but that might be cool.
And once again, Bruins set to receive that second half kickoff. We got some halftime festivities coming up and a visit back to the booth from Reagan and I, all coming up on CCSN. So 2nd and 10 with 5 wide receivers, 4 on the bottom of the formation, 1 on the top. Quarterback Fisher in the shotgun. Here comes the blitz. He has to dump it off to Clark as Clark trying to make some moves, and he's going to be taken down at about the 35-yard line, and that will be the conclusion of quarter number 1. So at your score after one half of play here at the Stutler Bowl, the Cherry Creek Bruins 41, the Eaglecrest Raptors nothing. Reagan and I will take a quick break here in the booth, and we'll be back with some halftime action right here on CCSN.
let it go. Working on to something that I'm proud of. Out of the box and epoxy to the world and the vision we've lost. I'm in.
You might want to go over there if you don't want to be in it.
Welcome back to the Stutler Bowl, where Cherry Creek leads Eaglecrest 41-0 as we get ready for the second half. By the way, if you'd like to join the conversation in the second half, as always, you can tweet us at Cherry Creek SN. We'll be reading your comments all second half long. Send them our way at Cherry Creek SN. Anything about anything, Reagan and I are here to read it.
Yep, if you're somewhere cool for fall break, send us your location.
Yeah, tell us where you are.
Tell us what you're doing.
Tell us where you're watching at tonight. Oh, looks like the pregame. As we check the Cherry Creek SN, the pregame video never went through, so if you were expecting that, it's now a halftime video. Cool. So yeah, join the conversation at Cherry Creek SN. As we get ready for the second half of action. And we're getting ready for Matthew Anderson to join the conversation as well. As we get ready for the third quarter, Bruins lead at 41-0. And we'll also whip through some more of our senior night pictures as well. Bruins get ready to receive the second half kick. And it's a shorter one, taken in by Boyd, who's wrapped up at about the 20-yard line. Oh, we got Matthew Anderson.
Ben, the odds of circumstance were against me. But I prevailed. I'm here now.
That's all that matters.
I appreciate you saying that, Ben. Much more than that matters, such as the fact that we're here on a beautiful.
It's a great night.
Yeah,
and
it really is.
I wish more people are out here, because what?
It's 57 degrees.
It's a good night. So in at quarterback now is number 11, Bo Cohen, and Bruins begin with a rush. As the 1-yard loss brings up 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. As Cohen's pass appears to be complete. Nope, incomplete. There is a fight for the ball, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 11. So 3rd and 11 once again as Cohen got his play call. And here's Cohen. Looking to pass. Looking deep downfield, and that one is overthrown as he was looking for number 88, Lewis Gregory, senior. And Bruins are going to come out in the punt formation. So punt team is out there. I think Shreya Sriram should get a kick away in this half. That'd be pretty cool. He's got the hand warmer like a punter.
I mean, there's always a chance. You never know what Logan's going to do.
And this one down right about the 48-yard line of the Raptors. So they get ready for their first drive of the half. And don't forget to join that conversation at Cherry Creek. SN, you are almost guaranteed for us to read it tonight. Moving to his right, a breakaway run by Diego Surds.
I'm sorry, Ben, did you just guarantee that we would read their tweets?
Almost. I said almost.
Okay. I think we can almost.
I almost guarantee tonight.
Partially.
Some nights the Twitter gets a little busy, but it's a little bit of a down night on the Twitter at Cherry Creek SN. New set of downs on the 35-yard line after the 17-yard gain as Raptors look to pass complete. To Diego Surds once again. And an 11-yard gain will get him another new set of downs. So they get ready for the third play of the drive, now marching down the field to the Cherry Creek 24. Second pass in a row for the Raptors. This time to Zauzu for about a 2-yard gain. Second and 8 from the 22. As another short run will get a couple more yards.
So, Ben, it may have actually been good that the whole sideline reporter thing didn't work out, because Reagan told me at halftime I look like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Well, so
What prompted that?
I'm not. Well, Ben's got on a suit. I'm wearing a dress. Matthew, what's going on over there?
And the reverse play pulls it off as Tyson Clark gets into the end zone. Touchdown Raptors. A 52-yard drive results in their first touchdown of the game.
Seems like we're starting the second half out on a different note than we started out the first half.
And it looks like that the Raptors are setting up and going for two.
Respect, Ben.
Might as well. As Fisher to throw. Would you look at that? The lateral to the lineman to get two.
That was a nice end to Eaglecrest's most successful drive this game.
Now, the receiver was about to be wrapped up, and then we have two number 64s, either John Prescott, the junior, or Braden Miller, the senior, is the one that ends up bringing that ball into the end zone to make it 41-8.
And Ben, I want to say that was Braden Miller. Now, I know a lot about Braden Miller, actually. He's about the only guy on the Eaglecrest football team I know a lot about.
Okay.
He's headed off to Michigan State. He's a senior this year. His older brother, Barrett Miller, starting offensive tackle out in the Pac-12 at Stanford. Yes. Yeah. Bear Miller, family friend of ours.
Tell us the relationship.
Well, you know, we know his family. That's
Nice.
how I know him.
Nice.
But in any case, I mean, Braden Miller is a man of many talents, hailing from the Miller family, and of them, apparently now receiving. He's a guy you can trust to execute whenever you need. And, of course, there he does it for the Raptors, put 2 on the board.
There you have it. Michigan State's finest coming up next year, and brother at Stanford. And Stanford had a huge win over Oregon earlier on in the season, so pretty good stuff.
I saw that win, Ben. That win was truly a remarkable win.
And I guess we're on the topic of siblings, according to producer Varghese. We someone joined the conversation at Cherry Creek, as said. Molly Paris is back at it. When does basketball season start? It's a great question, Molly. And the first game will be on the 29th of November. Tryouts begin on the 15th of November. So basketball season sneaking up upon us, and she's the hashtag #ShootersShoot, paying homage to Abby Hallam, who coined that phrase here on CCSN. But so pretty big things expected from the basketball programs this year, Reagan. And I know you know a lot about those programs.
Yeah, I'm, for one, super excited for basketball season. Have a great relationship with boys head coach, Mr. Dertinger. And, you know, the basketball team lost 4 of their 5 starters. Actually, they all went on D1 football scholarships, except for last year's quarterback, Julian Hammond, who's now at CU playing basketball.
And CU had an open scrimmage ahead of last week's football game. And I was talking to Julian Hammond after the scrimmage, and it was just a blast to play in front of people at the CU Event Center in Boulder. And I'm excited for not only Cherry Creek basketball season, but CU should be pretty good this year as well. And, you know, always got to back the pack, the Conference of Champions, and college basketball's the best. 3rd and 5 from the 35. As Cohen rolling out to his right, met with a hit as he throws, but Chris Lee with the reception gets it past the chains and will set up a first down for the Bruins. So the Bruins get the ball up to the 43, a new set of downs as we're almost to the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
This game has definitely been going by really fast. Maybe that's just because of the type of plays we're seeing called out here. The minutes are ticking by fast.
Hand off to Chris Lee. He's met with a hit at the line of scrimmage. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Once again at the 43 as the Bruins have time for a couple more plays to round out half number 1. And coming up in the final quarter of play, the rest of tonight's senior players. Just got to confirm a couple things and we'll be all ready to go. Final play of the quarter for the Bruins. Scott looks to pass. And it's intercepted. And down to the 35 goes number 20 for the Raptors, Sinai Ruiz. And that brings us to the end of quarter number 3 here on CCSN. We're going to take a quick break and then we'll be right back. So the Bruins take over second, or rather, Eaglecrest following the interception, 2nd and 10 on the 34. They're going to hand it off, and the Bruins defense is there for no gain on the play, and we're ready to see our seniors. We begin.
Ben,
Yeah, Matthew.
we're working on it.
Okay, all right. I got a little excited. Second and 11 on the 35 now. It's another pass and almost right into the arms of Cade Johnson. Funny enough. And now 3rd and 11 from the 35. Play action pass over the middle, incomplete. Bring up 4th and 11 now. And it looks like we're ready for our first senior. There you have him, number 59, Cade Johnson. You see there on the picture, looked to be a quarterback back in the day in the South Suburban Flag Football League. And I think at some point, everybody's got to play quarterback at some point. It's one of the most thrilling positions in sports. And there's Cade Johnson lining up on the offensive line tonight on his senior night. And there's a big sack. And that's going to be a penalty. The helmet comes off.
I think that was Kane Johnson on the hit, Ben. And looked at number 17 for Eaglecrest. Shook his hand, no hard feelings there. That happens from time to time in football, and especially when you're as aggressive as Kane Johnson.
Big guy.
Yeah.
Big guy.
I would say when you're as aggressive as the entire Cherry Creek defense.
Absolutely.
Good point, Reagan.
So a face mask, going to be 15 yards against the Bruins. And we got another guy. Look at that. Blake Burns used to wear number 10 back in the day. Got number 53 on now, and that's what I was talking about earlier, Reagan. You know, he's been putting on the Bruins jersey for, man, his entire education in the district. But, man, he's been wearing the Cherry Creek blue for 12 years. There's Blake Burns. Another guy tonight on his senior night.
Well, and Blake Burns is in my econ class, Ben. And let me tell you, he's the second funniest person in my econ class after Mr. Knuckle. So
I was going to say,
not
try to call
besides
yourself
you.
the funniest, Matthew?
no, of course not.
Mr. Knuckle is a funny guy. He did not make an appearance tonight for senior night, however. I'm sure he's wrapping up the end of his fall break. But Mr. Stirrup, a great fill-in. Always wonderful when Mr. Stirrup gets to call a game as the P announcer out here at the Stutler Bowl. First and 10 now on the 28-yard line for the Raptors.
Mr. Stirrup's a guy we'll see a lot more of during the basketball season. He always just kind of is just around during basketball games.
Can't complain.
No, he is a great guy.
Great to be in his presence. And this time a gain of 7 or 8 will move Eaglecrest inside the Bruins' 15-yard line. Second and 3 from the 12 after the 7-yard gain. As Eaglecrest looking to pass. That one going to go out of bounds and fall incomplete. We'll bring up 3rd and 3. Keep joining that conversation.
Well,
Cherry
Ben,
Creek SN.
they have to start joining the conversation
Yeah.
first.
You gotta start it to keep it. Third and 3 from the 12. As quarterback keeps it himself, gets down near the 10. Should be enough for a first down, as it's either Johnson or Perkins. And another incomplete pass. Bring up 2nd and 7.
Johnny, we may not be able to at least show their graphics. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty quick 5 minutes, too. Is that Claire?
So now 2nd and 7, over halfway through the final quarter. As a backwards pitch, going to be dragged down for a loss. Will now bring up 3rd and goal.
Ben, let me tell you a little bit about Cherry Creek's head coach. Not Cherry Creek's head coach, Eaglecrest head coach.
I was getting ready for a Dave Logan talk.
Oh, no. Eaglecrest head coach, Sean Marsh. Also, my summer school teacher in online PE.
Matthew, you know everyone.
I know at least 2 of the people on this Eaglecrest sideline. So
This gets better and better.
I'm sorry, did you say summer school online PE?
yeah,
Interesting.
That pass low, incomplete.
I'm big into academics. Took summer school online over the summer.
Do you consider PE academics?
Absolutely.
What does the regimen look like, Matthew, as we take a look at the Eaglecrest team profile?
Well, I had to exercise for 3 hours a day.
Over the summer?
3 hours a day of
For how many-
exercise.
for how many days?
21 days.
That's pretty simple.
Yeah, not too complicated.
And this time, the Raptors in for a score. Touchdown. So they get in the end zone for the 2nd time tonight. 4:20 left to go on the clock. And rolling. And PAT pending, but in the meantime, we got a palindrome up there. 41-14. See, Matthew, I'm big into academics, too. I know what a palindrome is.
Yeah, but tweet us at Cherry Creek SN. Does that information, is that going to help Ben later in life? Do we think so?
What a palindrome is? I don't
Yeah.
know. Love to hear an opinion. Eaglecrest going to go for it for 2 again, and this time no good. We got a flag, though. Should be pass interference against the Bruins. But in the meantime, we have a quick opportunity to take a look at Chris Lee, who's been wearing number 25 for a long, long time, Reagan.
Yeah, we love to see that transition from little leagues to, I guess you would call it the big leagues here at the Stutler Bowl.
Oh, and Friday Night Lights at Stutler is the big leagues for sure. But yeah, there's a look at Chris Lee, the running back. And Eaglecrest now at about the 1 yard line. Gonna go for 2 once again. Keep it on the ground. And there's a big hit from the Bruins. That one was easy. Rice, Ezron Rice. And the palindrome remains.
Ben, I just want to go back a minute and correct what Reagan said. A palindrome, knowing what that is, will definitely help you later
Thank you,
in life.
Matthew. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So we have just about 2.5 minutes left to go on senior night.
I have to say, Ben, I'm fairly impressed by the Eaglecrest fight song. It's pretty enjoyable. I mean, it's quite dynamic. Cherry Creek's fight song. Look, I love Cherry Creek High School, but our fight song is very generic. Fight on for your fame.
Rah, rah, rah.
I mean, it's kind of, we have the same fight song as like 50 colleges.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I was disappointed when it was easy to find that track on YouTube. I was sad.
Well, Ben, maybe we can make Johnny compose another one for us.
There's his lasting legacy. Jonathan Varghese creates the Cherry Creek Fight song, The Graduates. We have 90 seconds remaining as Eaglecrest gets ready to kick off back to the Bruins. And while we're on the topic of legacy, graduation, that sort of topic, next week is the final week that we will be on YouTube. We take a look at Davion Jaramillo real quick.
Davion Jaramillo.
Yeah,
It's okay, Ben. It's okay. You got to know him to know how it's pronounced, right?
That was bad.
I don't know him, but I.
Gotta know him to know how it's pronounced. Okay, well, thanks, Matthew.
That one's a hard one.
Yikes.
Davion.
I don't want to talk about it. Just happened. Back to the thought. Final night last week on YouTube before the postseason. You may know we got a move to NFHS. Oh, I forgot that we had the graphic for this. The final sign-off. Me, Matthew, Johnny. It's become a tradition at CCSN during the final regular season home game for the crew to do a final sign-off. So that's coming your way next week, and we're excited to leave the program.
Whoa.
In some really capable hands, as we've got Reagan's our junior on the crew. We got 2 sophomores on the crew tonight as well. But next week, the final sign-off will come post-game. And I believe, depending on weather, it may happen outside in front of the Cherry Creek student section, because student sections will flip sides next week because Cherry Creek, the away team at the Stutler Bowl. So the final sign-off is coming next week on CCSN. But for this week, the game's over. Final score, Cherry Creek 41, Eaglecrest 14. The final score ends in a palindrome as Cherry Creek moves to now 7-2 on the season. And we're going to flip through a couple more seniors as teams shake hands. Matthew Pointer, another Bruin for a long time. Matthew?
I don't know much about Matthew Pointer, besides the fact that we share the same name. Although I have this opportunity to speak, I would like to say, Reagan, this was your first time doing color under the lights of the Stutler Bowl.
That's right. I was with Ben at the Arvada West game, which was an away game, and I got the full experience tonight back here behind the scenes.
Well, you did a wonderful job.
I'd have to agree.
Yeah, my first time I was terrible. So
I was too. I was too.
You did much better than I did. You have a very bright future in this. So, I mean, both of you do,
so
really.
save it for next week.
Yeah,
Matthew.
we'll save it for next week.
All the feels are coming next week on CCSN.
And they might be signing off, but don't get tired of us. We'll be back for basketball season.
Yeah, we still got a whole year. But, you know, something different hits on those Friday night lights. And that will pretty much do it from tonight at the Stutler Bowl. Once again, your final score, Cherry Creek 41, Eagles 14. For Reagan Kanabi, Matthew Anderson, and our entire CCSN crew. We'll see you next week right back here at the Stutler Bowl. Have a good weekend.
Even when the darkness shines, I'm not gonna lose this fight. I just wanna be victorious.